Good morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Thank you for joining me. We have day number 2 of the S Division playoffs for Heroes Lounge. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for coming back. Hello once again from Slovakia. How are you as well? Thanks for coming by. Pokecheck as well. Saddleberg, thank you all for being here. As Treehouse, thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support, my friend. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Alrighty, everybody. We have 3 best of 5s. And then 1 best of 7 to close out the day. We have a lot of good games coming at you. Basically, we probably have the same stream length as yesterday, maybe a little bit longer. So let's dive right into this because we got ourselves map bans to begin with. The home team this afternoon, or I guess morning, is going to be looking for work. They won the coin flip, which means they have first pick priority in this game. The Lost Boys are going to then ban out Alterac Pass as they have map priority. Sky Temple was banned out by looking for work, and Dragonshire is going to be our first map. I would say probably the tried and true for the S Division playoffs so far. And also Nexus Gaming Series, thank you for the host. I really appreciate that. Good evening. Oh my god, yeah, F, I'm sure it's very late over there. Hey, it's Hunter. It's the old guard. It's the old guard match. This is actually a really, really exciting matchup between Looking for Work and the Lost Boys. We were talking about this a little bit yesterday during stream, and there was a couple people who were noting the fact that I think Lost Boys was one of the few teams to take a couple games and actually put the Looking for Work kind of on the edge of losing a match actually this season. For that note as well, Looking for Work went undefeated. They lost some maps, but they didn't lose a single match in I think the 8 weeks? No, it's like 14 weeks, excuse me. 13, 14, can't remember. Everything kind of got shifted around, but either way, thank you all for being here. We have a Joanna and a Sylvana is going to be banned out on the left-hand side. Abathur and Ana on the right. We've seen a lot of prowess from all 4 of those heroes yesterday. Abathur got some great value in a couple maps, but we are going to be seeing Zeratul here jumping into the fray of all of this, and I like this as an opener. Zeratul extremely strong, that big blow-up potential, especially as he scales into that 16 talent tier range, but a 1-2 punch coming out from the members of the Lost Boys. They're going to go for a Tassadar Tracer. We actually saw the members of the Lost Boys yesterday with the Tassadar Tracer combo, and we saw how extremely impactful that was. So I do have to say, 14 weeks, thank you, Hunter. Azerial, thank you for coming by as well. I've been thinking about this. I think I say your name wrong, because I hear a lot of people say Azerial. No, I don't think it's Azerial. I think I say it wrong. Regardless, thanks for coming by. Keen, how's it going, bud? This is going to be a great game, I agree. And we get some pandemonium in our game number 1 as well. We saw also the prowess from Chen yesterday. Tyrande to follow up. She's a strong support in the fact that she can lock down heroes with her Lunar Flare, as well as the Huntress Mark is a great addition to Zeratul's burst, allowing that Zeratul to then get more damage. They need something in the main tank department, and they're going to be going ahead and banning out that Anub'arak. It makes a lot of sense right there. The one thing I wish, when they added in the 3rd ban, I wish they actually extended the draft time, because what they did was they actually took time out of all of these portions, so it's harder to talk about everything, because like I think they took off like roughly 5 to 10 seconds, but it feels so much quicker when you're trying to go through all this. As R-E-L. I feel like I'm still saying it wrong, but still. How's it going, Ghost Bear? Sit and text. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. The Z is silent. So it's Eel? Wait, what? Hunter, you're banned. Oh, that's so good. All right, we have our draft unfolding a little bit further. Smurro is going to be banned out as well. We saw that a lot of players yesterday were just like, I think it was Fury in the interview. The only interview we got to have yesterday was saying that just Samuro is so strong, and he has a level 1 talent that allows them to reduce the armor by 10 so very early. So the burst potential, which is a weird thing to say, is really, really high for a Samuro. And that's what's crazy is like Samuro bursts in a sense. Like if you go back to the Towers of Doom game yesterday, I can't remember which setup it was, but there was a Li Ming being chased by Samuro, and I remember like her health going down to like about a quarter or an eighth. That's going to be a Diablo Anduin being put together here. I like the idea of a potential for a light bomb with the Apocalypse, so you can just have a follow-up stun on top of the stun already. And then we're going to be seeing a Varian here with a Greymane. I like this. I don't think I've seen a Varian in very, very long. So do we get Wind Blades? Do we get the Colossal Smash? Do we get the Taunt? Or we're going to go for the Lockdown so that way Tyrande can follow up, Greymane can follow up, and Zeratul. That's at least what I'd be going for, just that secondary taunt. But Colossal Smash for that armor reduction is really, really strong. Getting into that backline, diving onto some of those other heroes and kind of smashing them to bits. But Diablo, Anduin, Dehaka rounds out the draft on the other side. And I like that Dehaka for the solo lane. Going into the Chen, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be anytime the Chen drinks, they'll be able to use that Tongue Drag. You can get the Feeding Frenzy at level 7, which is going to allow you to then have the cooldown reduction based on autos. So if you're just going into a Chen and they sit there and drink, you can just auto and then get Tongue Drag and then just keep knocking them out of that and forcing other cooldowns off of them. So overall, I like that. Super toxic. Trying to watch all the things happening today. So many tournaments today. Good problem to have, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Well, I know the Master Clash just ended. I caught just the tail end of that, which was really, really cool. And then I saw Kaldor was like casting some Warcraft 3 stuff, so that's another cool thing. I wish I could check out. I might have to just catch the VOD for that one. Halloween, thank you for the host. Thank you, thank you. I hope Master Clash was fun. You guys killed it. I was watching as much as I can yesterday and today, and that finals was a nail biter. That was a good one. Also, for everyone who's wanted it, Bandit now has a Twitter handle. It is right there. Enjoy. We got ourselves a game. Let's get into our first match. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Looking for Work. We're going to be having Droplet's going to be on the Zeratul. Swabsmagu is going to be on the Chen. Fury's going to be on that Dancing Variant. Dark Chimera is going to be on the Tyrande. And Casanova rounds out the draft on the Greymane. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of the Lost Boys. We're going to be having Talking Trees on the Tassadar. Collusion is going to be on the Anduin. Hosty will be on that Tyrande. Cattle is going to be on the Diablo. And Zergling rounds out the draft on the Dehaka. Just, I like hamburgers. Sentinel going through. GG, well played. They just got hit right there, so that's going to be the end of the game. We can go back and get ready for our game. No, I'm just kidding. I think the winner of this match is possibly the favorites for the rest of the playoffs. Ooh. This is, I mean, we are in the... We went through our upper and lower bracket yesterday. We are currently in the last little bit of the bracket. We have basically 2 best of 5s that will determine who are going to be going to the grand finals and who are going to be going to 3rd, 4th place. We have a pause. So hey, everything that you love. Oh, that's the same button. Whoopsie. There we go. I think Bandit got up for a second and then was just like, wait. Just the back and forth. I love these teams so much right now. They're just... Alrighty, let's see. Oh, we already have the readies as well, so we're going to be getting right back into this. Alrighty. Cool. I'm just waiting for the cat pauses to happen again today. Favorites for the second, I mean, because CTD's going to win it all. Oh! Close to death going to take it all? Admin, can you unpause? Admin? Admin? The funny thing is, like, I can't help. So we're set to spectator, and so we can't do anything. Let me see if I can ping him in Wedge. All right, let's see. Our admin's currently AFK. They might have gone up, like, because usually, you know, they might have just had to run to the bathroom as the game started. And then, like, I can't do anything. No other caster can do anything. Maybe went, my bad, went to grab coffee. All right, there we go. They're back. We got a countdown. Let's get into it. Alrighty, we're back into the game here. We're in bottom lane. Oh, that's just so good. All right, Swabsmagu and Zergling are going to be in this top lane. We're going to take a peek at that as best as we can. We actually also do have the overpower for the Varian. Tongue Drag, this is what I was talking about from Zergling playing into this front gate, and that's going to be Hosty coming up here as well. Stagger coming out from that Chen right there, and that's going to be a decent amount of damage. I blame you guys for having issues in the first minute. But I mean, if cat aggro happens, then you got to deal with it. Cattle has an aggressive cat. We all know this from yesterday, but we are going to be just continuing to get into our rotations here. We are going to be also having probably... Oh, no, actually, I was thinking it was going to be simultaneous bruiser camps, but not the case. They're actually looking to do the invade here. Look at Cattle right now on the right-hand side. Knows that they're on this camp. Do they know on the other side as well? Yeah, they can see them kind of rotating around here because we got the vision for Swabs Magoo right there. So let's go actually. So I thought I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Cool, we're good. Alrighty. And that's just going to be Kettle staying on the point. We have this Pulse Bomb going into Droplets, who makes their way up, but Hosty's able to pick up the first kill of the game. And that's going to be first blood over to the members of the Lost Boys as Fury is trying to make their way out of this Varian, trying to use protection, but they're not going to be able to make it out alive. And that is going to be another pickup in favor for the members of the Lost Boys. Looking for work, just going to continue to soak out. Swabs Magoo going to be in this top lane on the Chen, just doing their best just to push out this lane and continue to add the pressure. We have the Dragonite altars up and available. We have Zergling also going to be rotating, meandering their way back up here. Are they going to go just to try and cheese this a little bit? Oh, no. I completely flipped the map around in my head. I'm like, are they? Wait, what? Okay, never mind. They just taking a safe rotation. It's a lot earlier for me than I thought it was. My apologies. My apologies, stream. We'll wake up soon. I got a cup of tea next to me. I didn't have to go run to the kettle like the admin. This is also going to be the right-hand side Bruiser camp, or excuse me, Siege camp going to be picked up here, and now they're just going to feed this into bottom lane and try and walk this in a little bit. They've also got the opposing side, or the opposing side is currently holding that. It's actually going to be the taunt from the Varian. You saw them step up there onto Hosty looking for maybe the initial lockdown, so that way that Dark Chimera and Casanova will be able then to get the blow up. Jumping into top lane really quickly, Swabs Magoo versus Zergling. Going to have a nice back and forth right now. And so far, nice kick out from Swabs Magoo. They're going to continue this fight. Burrow going to be coming out from the Dahaka, looking like they're going to be coming down in this bottom lane. That's going to be Leap of Faith coming out onto Hosty right there, and Fury going to be body blocked a little bit right there, finding themselves in a bad spot. They get the Pulse Romp down onto them, and they go down as well. Now we have Casanova and Dark Chimera having to back out. Tongue Drag went out, but it just barely misses. Fortunately, not going to be able to grab that right there. And with the reset, this is just going to be members of Looking for Work, Looking for Work on the kind of the turtled side. The Lost Boys are now going to be trying to pressure up. They don't have anyone for the Dragonite in mid lane just yet, so Zergling is going to go ahead and rotate up into top lane, and they'll be able to go ahead and take care of this channel for themselves. But I was waiting for a second. Is like Zergling going to trying to pull this Chen into the front gate, but no, they're just going for the clear right there. And this will be the holdover bottom lane. 7 talent here in favor for the members of Looking for Work. Oh my god. The Lost Boys. And I'm just looking. I saw that Diablo with the Shadow Charge in mid lane. I was like, oh, is Droplets in a rough spot? No, they're actually going to be having Hosty come up here, but they're so close to the gate. It's just going to be Hosty building more from that Pulse Bomb, and they are going to be full and ready on that one. In Diablo, okay, there we go. Diablo's just going to push around Fury a little bit right there, and they're just going to be forced back by their gate. So far, a nice, I guess you could say slower play coming out in this mid-ish game. After those couple kills, they started. Oh wait, hold on, that taunt is going to lock down this Diablo for quite some time, but they are sitting pretty on souls, and that's going to be a very healthy Diablo right there. Overpower on top of all of that, just control into Tyrande. I don't think she could do anything right there. You could have clicked the buttons for hours, and you would have just been lock stunned. We also have the Dahaka, which came down here. I think they might have the Brushstock off. Potentially. Sorry, I'm just trying to click on them and actually get the... Yeah, I think they used it to engage into that bottom lane. So this is just going to be Cattle and Droplets going back and forth. Cattle getting a lot of good damage onto that Zeratul. Just gotta be a little bit safer and a little bit slower on that one. And then, yeah, actually, for anyone who's curious, Close to Death versus OSD is going to be after this matchup. And then we're going to be having the fourth place match as our third match, and then our final match of the day, the fourth matchup is going to be our grand finals, which will be a best of 7. And for anyone wondering, I do have a little note up here that is saying what the series number is. But regardless, you can always ask in chat. We got a small delay, so we can at least answer questions fairly effectively. But this is going to be Zergling getting dove on a little bit right there. Uses the burrow in front of the gates that way. Just to maybe delay that out a little bit longer, hopefully maybe getting a pick onto that Zeratul with the front gate, but this is going to be channel for the first Dragonite available in favor for the members of Looking for Work. Can they grab this is the question that I have. There's going to be Diablo sitting over here. Sentinel did go out as well, so they have a little bit of scouting right there. Fury trying to sneak in, does check the bush, but they know that Talking Trees is going to be right there. This is going to be the dive onto them. It's going to be a 13-second cooldown on that taunt, so realistically, it's just using that kind of off cooldown isn't that big of a deal. And then we're just going to be having Fury, nice, just slow onto Cattle right there, but Fury might be in a rough spot as they will use 1 stack of protection. Taunt goes onto the Tracer just to keep them back. They don't want them stepping forward, but look at Hosty and Cattle. Oh my god, Hosty just steps forward and says, whatever, it's mine, and they're going to go ahead and pick up another kill. 0-5. The members of the Lost Boys coming out in game number 1 here with some dominance. Looking for Work, maybe needs to look for that warm-up. Maybe this is going to be like yesterday where the game number 1 was so very close between the members of Looking for Work in Celeb Gaming. Like, that was a very, very high kill count between these two teams. It went to like a 24-minute, I think, was Volskaya game. So, on that note, like, it's so far, looks like Looking for Work needs to look for this warm-up. And I'm not saying, like, their rotations are bad at all. It's just the Lost Boys are very dominant and consistently catching these players and getting these kills. And this momentum, while they still have 5 kills over the enemy team, only having about a half a level lead in all of this, as this is going to be, once again, Cattle just trying to push around Fury a little bit. Chastise comes out as well. This is going to be 10 talent tiers for both sides. No VP for the Zeratul. Going to be going to that Might of the Nerazim, so going to be having a second cleave if they would like, but I believe it's only baseline. They don't have any sort of I'm trying to think of it. It's not scaled per the levels or the talents. I apologize. Tracer going to be going down this bottom lane right there. So first blood for the members of Looking for Work as they found themselves a kill. Zergling might be the next target, as that's going to be the go for the throat. Isolation goes out onto the Greymane as well. They are silenced. They're just going to be backing out. They're throwing out some abilities here and there. Tongue Drag goes out. Apocalypse is going to be here from the Diablo as well. They're going to focus on the Tyrande. That's a lot of good damage right there. Collusion keeping the heal up, and that's going to be Tyrande down. Another kill for the Lost Boys as Swabs Magoo is kicked in here. That's going to be a nice taunt going out onto one. Holy Word Salvation keeps that Dahaka just fine. And now they have this kind of split in the lanes and also on the map, as there's also really no one in top lane. Zergling might be able to go into the top with the brush talk. I think it might be off cooldown. I don't know if they actually brush talked in the bottom. I can't remember, but taunt did go out right there. Swabs Magoo trying to kick around, trying to use the Storm, Earth, and Fire. You can see it's on a short cooldown because they were killed before they could get that value, but now they find a Fury as well, and that's going to be the Varian going down. Consistent kills, and this is a lot of momentum in favor for the members of the Lost Boys. And with that, they're going to go ahead and push into bottom lane a little bit, take out that lane sustain. I really like how they're playing this. The one thing I want to highlight really, really quickly is going to be the experience and how much the value they're getting from these kills, and that's going to be Tyrande going down. 5,697. Just a little nice mint in the middle of that one right there. Is going to be... That's so much experience from hero kills. And just, you can look across the board, like, everything is pretty close or within range of each other, but that hero kill is really what kind of separates these two teams. That's going to be the taunt going out onto the end-to-end. Fury trying to engage onto this Casanova seems to be the target. They're going to get one Razor swipe out. The Pulse Bomb doesn't connect onto them, but they still get the kill. Fury going to be a little bit low. Droplet's trying to dive in here, and that's going to be them just getting in and out with that Wormhole. Or excuse me, it's the Seeker in the Dark, I believe. This Wormhole got changed a bunch and people don't like it anymore, but this is going to be Dragonite availability for the Lost Boys. No one's picked up any Dragonite just yet. That's one thing to note for the stream. We actually have the vision right now for Zergling. They didn't even try and go for the interrupt. They said, you know what, let's give it over. First Dragonite going to be in favor for the members of the Lost Boys, and they're going to continue to push this in. Dr. Ardum, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Miss Windup Bird, how are you? I hope your vacation was wonderful. I saw that you got to go to some awesome places. I want to roof the Lost Boys since it's a great movie, but I hate the Tracer. But I hate Tracer player. Well, Hosty's a really good Tracer player. Also Medivh as well. I think we did get to see Hosty play Medivh and Tracer yesterday, and we're seeing it once again in our first map of the day. We're gonna go ahead and just back off of this mid lane. They took out the fort here. Dragonite's still sitting just above 50%, and this is gonna be Chen working their way through top lane, making sure that the experience doesn't get too far behind. 27 seconds on this Dragonite, so they got a lot of good time left with this. Dive gonna be coming out, kick goes out, that's gonna be the Holy Word Salvation, also Apocalypse. They're focusing onto one, that's gonna be Tyrande. Absolutely blown up, really good communication coming out from the members of the Lost Boys, as that's 15 seconds still left on this Dragonite, 34%. They're looking at a Fury right now. That's gonna be Droplets diving in, trying to get a lot of good damage. They actually find Varian, regardless of all of this control and all of this backline dive, as Chen tried to use the Storm, Earth, and Fire once again. Look, it's on a 6-second cooldown. You can see, like, it happened for a split second. Dragonite goes down, but with 3 members down on the opposing side, the members of the Lost Boys are trying to speed run this map a little bit here, and they're going to be taking down the top or the mid lane keep. Do they try and go for core is my question. Their posturing doesn't show that way. I would think that they're just going to back off here with the death timers being the way they are, but that's going to be Tracer getting a little bit of damage onto Casanova, taking them down to half health. They could try and steal away this Bruiser camp if they wanted to, but I think it's just going to be Zergling and the rest of the team kind of backing off, getting a little bit of a reset. They actually they're not too low on mana. They've had a really good control over their health and their mana consistently throughout this game. Let's highlight the healing really quickly, because I know we usually cycle through all these numbers, but I just want to jump to this. And just Anduin right now with near 40,000 healing. Tyrande on the opposing side has near 20, but the thing to note is that she's died 4 times. So it's hard to get healing out when you're not alive. Just Bahamut facts for you. Oh my god, I'm sorry that I missed these. Yarlista, Iris, and Carpe Bedlam, thank you so much for the follows. I really appreciate the support, my friends. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning, and that is going to be Diablo going down. Souls will be reset. Let's go ahead and look at some of the... Oh, hold on. Is this... Look at this wraparound right now. Talking Trees is going to be the target. Hosty hasn't been really scouted out just yet. That's going to be the Diablo, the Dahaka coming into this backline. Look at that isolation going on in Dark Chimera, who does get the Shadow Stalk off in time, and now they're going to be trying to step further forward into this. Dark Chimera will be going down to Ronda, and that's going to be the Tracer going down as well. So 1-for-1 trade, Holy Word Salvation. Dahaka gets inside of that. That's going to be Diablo back as well. Pops the Apocalypse looking for one. That's going to be Swaps doing that Chen trying to make it out. They've got the Storm, Earth, and Fire, but that's still Varian getting caught out and all that, and they're still going to be losing their bottom lane keep. Top lane Ford is going to be going down to the Bruiser camp. They might just be able to force into bottom lane and try and end. They've got a lot of camp pressure. Well, not a ton. They've got one Knight and one Siege Giant. They're going to go ahead and grab this, and I think they're going to reset, spread themselves across the map, and look for the second Dragon Knight of the game. Anduin already in bottom. Dahaka going for top lane, but this is going to be Chen up here as well, so they're going to have to deal with that. Cattle interrupting every channel. Seriously. Seriously. Wormhole is fine? Oh, okay. I've heard a lot of people saying that they're just like, well, it's, you know, it's dead, so now they go Seeker in the Dark. But Zergling is going to be... That's a nice burrow right there. Isolation connects onto the... Greymane not able to get that, just being able to get out of there. That's going to be one tongue drag onto Chen. The Storm, Earth, and Fire is not off cooldown. The other thing to note, too, is look at the minimap in the bottom left. That's going to be the availability, or not the availability, but we're going to have Siege Giants pushing in down here. We have a camp still pushing in through the top lane. They don't really care too much about that. They want to try and grab this Dragon Knight, and I think go for the end. They still have Siege Giants pushing up onto that core. This is going to be Talking Trees getting interrupted once. Does Fury have a second? No, it looks like Hosty and Zergling have anchored well enough for the friendly team, and they're going to walk this Dragon Knight in through mid lane. I got to say, for our first game of the day, this is some quick pacing, but really 3 to 16 in kills right now. This is a lot. The one thing I wanted to show really quickly, because we don't get to see it, is going to... Oh, nope, number 7. There we go. It's going to be Storm, Earth, and Fire going to be popped up here, and that's going to also be the Dragon Knight on the core. There's a fight breaking out below us, and that's going to be Collusion saving that for now, but look at the Dragon Knight just currently hitting the core. We have so much breaking out across the map. That will be Varian going down, but with the Dragon Knight at 40% and falling, they should have enough damage from the Dragon Knight to end this, and it looks like this is going to be game number 1 going over to the members of the Lost Boys. GG. Well played. Alrighty, let's show talent. Sorry, I had to take Advil, so I muted myself. Bragaton. Ron, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Alrighty. Let's see. Game number 2. They want this, so we'll have to find out a map in just a second. Hello everybody, welcome back. Wormhole is bad now against instant CC. It's situational. Ah, Zuni. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by again. Cattle has timed his flip perfectly with both Earth, Wind, and Fire attempts. Yeah, seriously. Cattle on that Diablo was so on point consistently. Actually, speaking of, we should actually update the team scores to properly reflect what happened in the game. Okay. Whew. Well, thank you all so much for being here. We got a lot of games coming up today. We've got 3 best of 5s and 1 best of 7. If you want to find out any more information about the event and anything like the pricing, how it's broken out, or the schedule itself, there we go, I can think of words. It's going to be ! Info, and then if you want to just keep an eye on the bracket, ! Bracket. All right, we know what map we have, so we're gonna go ahead and get this all set up. Ooh, excuse me. All right, cool. All of our stuff's updated. We're ready to go. I'm super excited about our second game here. We need 2 more players to jump into this once again. We'll get them in here very, very quickly, and we're already ready to go, so I'm just going to let them know that I'm ready on my end, give them a spooky worm, and yeah. Oh, wait. Edmund. Ref. Alright, cool. Please no coffee breaks this time either, so he can AFK. Come on. Oh, poor like, all right, so seriously, shout out to Captain Wedge who runs, I would say, everything in the background for us, and they had to get up and get coffee at one point, and so we have to give him a little bit of BM. But we got a game number 2. Let's get into this. Welcome back to Heroes Lounge S Division Playoffs. I am your caster, Bahamut. We are in our first matchup of the day and is going to be between Looking for Work and the Lost Boys. On the left-hand side, we have those Looking for Work boys looking to find themselves a win here, so that way they can bring the series up 1-1. But we already have that win on Dragonshire coming out from the Lost Boys. And if you're wondering how we got here, map bans, all that good stuff, I got you. The home team is going to be Looking for Work. They went ahead and got first picks, so that's going to be Sky Temple banned out by them. Alterac Pass is banned by the Lost Boys. We have Dragonshire picked by them for game number 1 and won by them. Looking for Work opted for first pick in game number 2, so Towers of Doom is going to be chosen by the Lost Boys, and we're going to see if they're going to be able to bring it back in game number 2. Not bring it back, but continue the win streak in game number 2. Wedge deserves it. Wedge is a good dude. Wedge is good admin. But I don't blame them. Like, if I was doing admin work and it's like, cool, the game started, like, let me go make a cup of tea, I think I'd do that. Granted, I would probably be like running back and forth between the kettle boiling and all that and just being like, okay, do they need a pause? No. Do they need a pause now? No. But we have ourselves we got some bans going on here, so let's dive into those a little bit further. We have what would I consider a respect ban onto that Diablo from game number 1. They do not want to deal with Cattle's initiation. That was so... Wedge is a beautiful person. Wedge is a beautiful person. The Only Black Cat, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Sullen as well. Good to see you all. Dahaka is going to be banned out as well, so not wanting to deal with either of those two heroes from that last game, I don't blame them whatsoever. That was really, really strong play from both of the Dahaka and the Diablo. Ana and Abathur will be removed here. That still leaves things like Zeratul up and available. We still have things like, oh my god, I'm blanking on it. My brain, please. Oh, I can't. I had it there for a second. I was just like, oh, this hero. Maeva's one to note, but I feel like in North America she's fallen off quite a bit in at least priority. But there's going to be the Zeratul Insta-Lock. That gives the option... Anub'arak, there we go. Oh my god, I could not think of him for like the longest time, but Anub'arak is going to be up and available. And Anub'arak on a map like this is really strong. The lockdown that he can bring to the table, but it's going to be a 1-2 punch with the the Tracer and the Tassadar. And Wedge is a good admin. Wedge is a really good admin. I agree, Keen. So Zeratul so far on the left-hand side, I would actually expect this to be the Anub'arak. I would think that they would go for it so that way they could use the web wrap to lock down the Tracer potentially and step further into that backline and not deal with her harassment. Or at least a web wrap to lock down one of these supports. But no, they're going to be going for a Garrosh. They're looking for the Warlord's Challenge. They're going to be looking for the for that toss as well to displace a couple members. And if Tracer gets a little too deep and a little too close to the Garrosh, that's when that displacement's really going to come in handy. I actually like that right there. And then Tyrande to follow up onto that, Zeratul with some burst and maneuverability. I like that a lot. That's a really strong composition. They're going to need some poke as well, and so they're going to get rid of that Raynor. I think that would have paired really well into them. I don't think they would be going into like a Jaina or anything like that, because Zeratul is probably filling that mage-ish role, so something in the auto-attack department would be closer. Maybe they go into a Thrall on the left-hand side. We'll see if that's going to be the case, but we still have another band that can come through, and I would say ban the Anub'arak here, or Johanna, either of those. Like, both are so strong, and with the composition they have where it's a little divey, I would lean towards the Anub'arak, but hey, they don't want to deal with the Johanna at all, so get rid of it, take it off the table, but I think they get a little divey with this Anub'arak, or do we see, like, main tank Uther? I don't know if it works. Like, it's not one of those things, like, you don't have to have the Ana, it's just really good when it synergizes with it. Tassadar Uther might be a thing. I feel like it's just not. I don't think we'd see those two together. They're definitely considering it. I think they're... ooh, a Stitches Kharazim. We've actually seen Collusion play a lot of Kharazim. This works really well with the Tracers on top of that. They can dash around and move with her and be highly mobile in that department. I like that right there. And then hooks from Stitches. A good like Stitches that can get some good hooks. I love that so much. So this is so far a really good draft coming out from the members of the Lost Boys. Last two picks though going to be coming out from Looking for Work. What do they go for here? A Blaze and a Sergeant Hammer. Blaze for that solo lane, and they're going to push through bottom with Sergeant Hammer. The Kara God? I think so, Legacy. I think so. Last pick going to be coming out from the Lost Boys. They've got Tracer Task. They need a solo lane right now. They need something to go into that Blaze. They could look at a Malthael, potentially. That's a little more damage. They can also dive a little bit further in. Sergeant Hammer would be... it's a nice way to get some extra damage. But Samuro, the hero that like I never expect teams to be taking anymore, is going to be popping up here, and I love a good Samuro game. I'm so glad that North America has so many Samuro players, and that we're seeing it this much within the S Division as well as the S Division playoffs. But thank you all so much for joining me in this day number 2. We've got such good games coming at you all day. Wonderful things to watch. Thank you for thanks for being here. It's so early in the day already, and you're all just lurking, chatting, hanging out, following. Also, Siyubaru, I think it is. Kubaru, I think it may be Kubaru. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that, my friend. As requested by Twitch chat yesterday and the overwhelming support, we have made Bandit a Twitter. I made that last night. I also ordered him a bark box as well, so we got that. Paperclip Bender, how's it going? Thanks for coming by. That's a good name. That's a really good username. But everyone, I think we're ready for our next game. Let's go ahead and get into this. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Looking for Work. Down 1 in our best of 5 series, trying to bring it back so we get that 1-1. We're going to be having Fury on the Garrosh. Swabs Magoo is going to be on that Blaze. Dark Chimera will be on the Tyrande. Casanova is going to be on the Zeratul. And Droplets rounds out the draft on the Sergeant Hammer. On the right-hand side, we got the Lost Boys. Up 1 in our best of 5 series. Collusion will be on the Karazim. Cattle's going to be on that Stitches. Hosty will be on the Tracer. Talking Trees on the Tassadar. And Zergling rounds out the draft on that Samuro. Look at that. And that's some good Skinnergies right there. Look at that. That's some heckin' good Skinnergies. I love that right there. But let's go ahead and dive on into our mid lane where the fun is going to be. Also, Boss Loss and Sir Dibbles, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Next game, I'll dodge it. Talking Trees, 2 games in a row getting hit with the Sentinel from Tyrande. I love it. Hook goes out onto Droplets right there. I love the Stitches being used. And it was actually, I like that it was they picked up the Sergeant Hammer after the Stitches was picked, so it wasn't like, oh, they picked the Stitches to go ahead and Droplets. Zera benched. Oh my god. That's Casanova on Zeratul. I just realized that as well. Hook goes out, and that's going. I like how they're calling each other out, and Droplets is just like, wait, what? Because Casanova's now on Zeratul this game. Swabs Magoo is going to be in this top lane up against Zergling. We're going to do our best to keep an eye on this one because this matchup is going to be really, really fun. But there is a little bit of a brawl breaking out that we have to, unfortunately, check out right now. Droplets will be on that Sergeant Hammer. Nice hook going to be going into Casanova. And Zeratul is going to be going flying. That's going to be first blood of the game going out in favor for the members of the Lost Boys as Sergeant Hammer continues to push out this lane. Looking over back into our top lane once again, we are going to be having this just being pushed out. And Swabs Magoo is going to be playing close by the gate, waiting for Zergling to come forward. I like the way that they're doing this. Making kind of free, not so much freezing the way, but holding it closer to your gate means that if your friendly team wants to rotate up here and try and get a pick, it's very, very possible for them, and that makes, you can see Zergling is just a little kind of not nervous as so much, just kind of checking the rotations and stuff. You saw them throw a couple clones down into that mid lane to rotate through to make sure that no one was going to be coming up into this top. There's actually going to be Hosty coming up here right now, and we can get here vision for Swabs Magoo. Hosty comes out, and that's, they know that there's also going to be a Samuro up there. We did have a bit of a back and forth down over here. It looks like we had the sapper camps being picked up on the left and the right hand side, and these are going to be fed in, and at least the side of the Lost Boys won't get any value. So far, Looking for Work is going to be able to push a few in. Top lane once again, we're going to be having Zergling getting forced, no, I guess more so Swabs Magoo is going to be forced back by Zergling as they're going to be continuing to work through that camp. Sentinel going to be going up directly into that camp, actually. One of the clones gets hit, but a fight down here is going to be breaking out as Hosty's going to be taking quite a bit of damage. That's going to be the pulse bomb going into the Droplets, and the hook goes out, but it doesn't connect. Hosty needs to recall, trying to make their way out. Good shielding from Tassadar. Those autos will get them a little bit of extra health, and Cattle is going to be stepping forward, going to get that bite onto Droplets as well. They actually went into the Hungry for More? Savor the Flavor, excuse me. Hungry for More, I think, is the Regeneration Globe one. No. Yeah, because Patchwork Creations when you get the healing increase. still. I actually, when Stitches got changed, I loved this. I used to take, this was the questing talent, I think at 4 or 7 before you got the rework, and I used to take that all the time as well, just because I think it was kind of, at least in my own play, it was a very good band-aid. And not saying that Cattle is using it as a band-aid, but it's also good for your own self-sustain, and it's just very, very powerful as it does scale up. Cattle trying to get an interrupt here, but they're not going to be able to find it, so they're now going to be trying to just play over this bottom lane for a kill. Hosty trying to dive in, Pulse Bomb goes out, Droplets is going to go ahead and give themselves some armor. It looks like the left and right were traded out as well in the top lane. That Blaze going to be able to grab that, and Samuro grabbing the right-hand side, so 36 to 32 in core health, but we could see that change very rapidly. Mamito, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, my support, my friend. Thank you everyone for the follows and just hanging out. I really appreciate it. Hungry for More is the Globe Talent, and 7. Thank you, Ghost Bear. It's evening here. Woo! Thanks for coming by. Wait, what's that? That's a live feed of Bandit. He's the exact same spot I saw. Yeah. Well, he sits next to my computer. He hangs out. Casanova with the Pulse Bomb's gonna be going down. Sorry, I didn't even look over at Twitch chat for quite some time. It's not early for all of us. That's true. That is very true. It is very, very true. It's thanks for the cast. It's my pleasure. Thanks for being here. I love doing this. I've been pumped. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I was like, I could get up and just start just like doing work around the house. I was just so excited to get to casting because it was gonna be 4 hours from now, and I was like, no, we'll just force myself to sleep another 2 hours. Oh, but this is going to be 7 to 7 in talents. Let's actually go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers right now. We've looked at talents for quite some time, so let's actually look at what they've done in the damage department, experience, healing, and all of that other good stuff. As Hosty going to be stepping forward onto Droplets right now. They're going to be getting a good amount of damage. Going to have to get that speed boost right out of there. And so far, it's a slower kill count in this game number 2, but still, the kills are in favor for the members of the Lost Boys, holding over what I would consider quite well on this map, and so far in the game is just their posturing and kind of where they always kind of need to be has been really, really good so far. Sentinel going to be coming up into this top. It looks like Samuro has some clones going over. Hosty going to try and get an interrupt as well. You did hear that laugh come out, so that's going to be the boss up and available on top of that. And now we have Zergling on the right-hand side. Casanova going to get the Pulse Bomb put onto them. Toss goes out, and they actually find Cattle on top of that as well. Nice little bite right there. Savor that flavor. Going to be getting some extra value, and they're just going to be zoning so that Hosty can get this channel. No other poke can come out because they actually just threw in the only thing they really had, which was from Blaze, and that's going to be both those altars going over in favor for the members of the Lost Boys. So we even out the score, or not even out, they take the lead in the score, 28 to 32. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Sergeant Hammer going to be pushing up here. Talking Tree's going to be rotating down. Let's actually get the vision for Hammer really quickly because I was curious as to, I think they might have seen the rotation, or they just knew that fight just was stopping in the top portion of the map, so they just knew they could only siege in for that long, and the rotation was coming into them. Playing it safe, not staggering out any deaths, and that hover siege. I love, like, so it's the I can't remember what it's, ambush plus the hover siege is just such a funny talent together. That's gonna be the nano plated coating, right? Neo steel plated coating, or Neo steel plating. There we go. I don't know why I wanted to say coating. Either way, Neo steel plating. Going to be getting them some of that value right there, and just I think it's that self cleanse on top of it. Yeah, the unstoppable, and while they remain in siege mode. So it's a nice way to deny any of those hooks coming in, and it's pretty much what we see a lot of the Sergeant Hammers picking up. Fury will be able to finish that ground breaker. 7-sided strike coming out from the Kharazim. Our 10 talent tiers here for both sides. That's going to be the Warlord's challenge as well. They also have that Pulse Bomb. Look at Cattle just living and getting so much damage put onto them, but they just keep biting and living through all of this. Hook going out as well. They didn't. Oh, what they pick? Oh, they picked Peach or Bile. I honestly couldn't see it on the ground right there. I was like, wait, they have a cooldown, and I was like, the I can't think of it. What is the name of the talent? My brain is blanking on it. Gorge, there we go. Because I don't think Gorge has that long of a cooldown, so I was like, wait a minute, what? Oh, Hook goes out, but they don't get it, and also the Unstoppable was used right there, so they might have hit, but they just self-cleansed just in time. I was actually playing with someone at one point, one of my friends, Hedgie, and he was playing Sergeant Hammer, and there was an Artanis that kept trying to swap him, and he would just be like, nope, nope. Nope. Just every single time. It was so very good. But we have a fight breaking out down here. Let's actually pull away the talents as Fury's going to be taking a decent amount of damage. They're going to be stepping forward still because they've got their own self-sustain. Dark Chimera is going to have some pressure put onto them by Zergling in this backline. Those clones going to get a lot of value. Sergeant Hammer going to be throwing out those napalm strikes as well just to get a little bit of like AoE zoning in a sense. Also because Samuro, I think it would just burn through the clones a little bit faster, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, once again, look at this wraparound coming out from Samuro. That's going to be Zergling diving onto Sergeant Hammer, forcing them back into this area. This is a single altar phase. No major map pressure in favor for either of these teams. Maybe top lane, I guess you could say, because that's pushing in fairly well. And then Tassadar is just going to be throwing out these Psionic Storms, getting a lot of value right there. Hosty getting low. That's going to be the Jet Propulsion from Swabs Magoo. That's going to be Zeratul on the backline. Casanova gets a lot of damage put onto them, and they go down. First blood in this engagement, as this Tassadar is going to use the Dimensional Shift actually as an aggression, and they're going to use the Putrid Bile from the Stitches as well. That's going to be the bunker that was dropped. Is there a hook up and available for Cattle? I think that it should be off cooldown right now. There's going to be the hook onto Fury. I think they're aiming for droplets right there. They're trying to get this channel. A lot of the members of the Lost Boys are very low here. They need to heal up as best as they can, but Collusion and friends, they're a little bit low on mana. Tassadar are doing all right, but they're trying to get this channel. Unfortunately, the Sentinel doesn't go out right there. The hook goes out, and they landed onto Sergeant Hammer. They get the channel onto that as well. Toss goes out into Zergling, and now they're stepping forward onto Fury. Can they get the kill onto them? Casanova's back from death as well, and they're going to step forward onto Hosty, trying to get that burst, and they don't find it right there. Oh, the VP onto a couple. Can Tracer make it out alive? Jet Propulsion forward, they get the stun. That's a lot of good healing. The block totem coming out from Collusion, so very well timed right there, and that's going to be Dark Chimeras low as well. This fight has been non-stop for a solid minute, I feel, and that's also going to be Casanova diving back in, getting the burst, and that's going to be Collusion going down. Huge Warlord's challenge from Fury right there. Dimensional Shift from the Tassadar gets them out. Actually, that's going to be a nice groundbreaker. Self-shielding right there, but Talking Trees goes down. That's going to be the Seeker in the Dark, and that is going to be Casanova cleaning up. Oh no, that's going to be Zergling stepping forward onto a stun, the pulse, the napalm strike, the ambush, 30-some health. They don't find it, but look at Cattle in this backline trying to live, and that's going to be, look at the Putrid Bile. They're trying to get out. Seeker in the Dark. Casanova gets the cleave, and they end up cleaning up that entire fight, turning it around after such a long back and forth. Let's actually cycle through some of the other numbers really quickly after seeing all that and see what our damage numbers look like for these teams and healing numbers as well, as this is just going to be Kharazim diving out and trying to push the Sergeant Hammer further back in that bottom lane. Wow. Wow. Just wow. You said Neosteel coding because that's Tychus's talent. Oh, is it? Thank you. That makes sense. Free association. Radically Dreaming, how you doing? Thanks for coming by as well. Oh my god, also, that Darn Boy Bandit and, Lit Barsh, thank you for the follows, as well as Braggertron. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription. Thanks for using your Prime subscription here. Enjoy your Asthma Pog and your finger guns and your oh my gods. So we have a Tyrande. Oh my god, the follow-up onto Kharazim right there. They hit a power spike definitely on the side here for looking for work, and now with this momentum that they're building, they're going to be able to grab one of the bell towers right there, so that's going to be 4 shots going in. They have another one in this mid position that no one's going to be able to pick up just yet. If they're able to grab this on the side of looking for work, which it looks like they're going to be able to, they're going to even out this Towers of Doom game, and I was thinking that the members of the Lost Boys were looking really strong, but as this game's progressing, it seemed like looking for work is really starting to pick up. The proc onto the Neosteel plating are so good from droplets consistently. Like the hook goes out from Cattle and it's just right there on time every single time. Unfortunately, it's going to be on cooldown right there. Hosty can step forward. That's going to be the pulse bomb going out. So far, trying to get droplets down. Toss goes out as well. They're going to throw droplets away, and they actually parting gift. Oh no, they're going to be looking at Hosty right there. That's going to be the nice Warlord challenge from Fury, as they're also going to be getting some shielding from the Tassadar. That's going to be Tyrande going down, droplets low. Huge VP onto a couple just to, I would say, save droplets. I think that was VP to save droplets, but they're going to go ahead and try and convert over this bottom lane. They've got Samuro down here as well. Blaze will be on that camp in the top lane, so they're going to be grabbing those sappers, but this will be bottom lane fort going down in favor for the members of the Lost Boys. Oh, poke check, no. Not then, like not just at that moment, of course. IOCs, I think. Thank you so much for the follow as well, my friend. Wow, thank you all so much for the early support in the day. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for all being here. We're just gonna continue to have rotations break out between these two teams, and so far it's just back and forth pretty even between the two of them. We can see it's 16-16, 5-6 in kills, and 24-24 in core health. Cattle in this bottom lane trying to go for a hook, and that's Dark Chimera with the stun right there. I just want to peek into top lane right now and just see what Zergling's up to, just see what this solo lane is, because we haven't gotten a chance to look at the Samuro play too much. We've seen it here and there, but not going to be able to grab it completely. But this is going to be a triple altar phase. We got the top two, and it looks like... Seems like Samuro's going for the right-hand side. The rest of the team is going to be going for the bottom. Maybe they just leave Tassadar down here. They're probably calling it out on the side of Zergling. So Hosty and friends are up here. Dark Chimera is actually a little separated from the friendly team. That's going to be the Shadowstalk going out, and that'll be the hook going straight through. Pulse Bomb went on to one. Warlord's Challenge going to be going out as well. Dark Chimera gets tossed out of the fray right there. Seven-sided strike going out, and Zeratul will be picked up. Punches coming out from Karazim. That's going to be the bunker getting burned through, and they're kind of caught in a really bad spot there. That's going to be Sergeant Hammer, Tyrande, and Garrosh all going down. They managed to get one of those bell towers. It looks like they're going to go ahead and grab Boss plus this bell tower on the right. That's a total of 14 shots during this entire phase going out in favor for the members of the Lost Boys. Starting to bring it back that momentum. Seems like the 16 talent here really brought back the damage that they were looking for, and now we're looking at a core that's going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Look at all of that coming in. 10 core health is going to be remaining on the side of looking for work. The Lost Boys. Dark's positioning there. Yeah, Lorelei D'Angelo, I think they wanted to step forward with their tanks, and like that's what I would have done as a support, and then just that walk right through there, just absolutely. Yo, Kriv! Sorry for peeking. Thank you so much for the 13 months of support. Thank you so much. Asthma Pog and finger guns to you, my friend. 3 sappers are going to be coming in through the bottom lane. Tassadar are doing their best to push this out. Casanova and friends are going to be down here as well. It's about a 2-level lead in favor for the members of the Lost Boy. Not yielding them a talent tier, but still, they're going to be trying to push up this bottom lane while they have oh my god, and also look at Zergling in top lane right now. Just going ahead and using those clones to get that burn onto that. Meanwhile, they're also soaking in mid lane. They do lose those clones, but they get a lot of good damage onto that tower. Hosty playing within this wall right here, just looking like they're bugging out, but more or less they're oh my god, that is a huge hook onto droplets. The Pulse Bomb goes out, but it doesn't connect. Swab's coming in there to try and help with the friendly team, and now they use the Shadowstalk as well. They're going to be trying to step forward. That's going to be one... The Singularity Spike coming out from Casanova trying to step forward, but they do get the conversion onto this bell tower. Meanwhile, Samuro still in top lane, pushing this out. Does have the real one up there. Going to put one of the clones down here to push this out as well and keep the pressure consistently in their favor. If they can get this... So this one bell tower won't yield them... won't win them the game, but it will put them in kind of like a almost check position where they've got a lot of options to win the game. It's going to be 5 core health if they can pick this up. Look at their positioning as well on the side of... look at their positioning as I hide it right there, but you are going to be seeing that Sentinel coming out, and so they'll scout it out. But that's a big thing, like, for us to be able to see how they're stepping up onto that and getting an idea of what they're seeing, that's really, really important, at least in my opinion, because we don't get to highlight that enough, I think, in some of these streams. But it's going to be 17 to 19 in levels. Tracer's going to be going down below us. Let's actually pull away the talents, because I believe that's why we didn't see that one right there. And that's an early kill onto Hosty. Nice hook going to be coming onto Droplet. 7-sided strike will be onto them as well. They're very low. VP onto 1. That's the dimensional shift perfectly in time, so Swabs Magoo doesn't get the stun onto them. That's going to be Droplets in the backline going down to Zergling, and that's going to be a very good kill from the Samuro right there, and that's the hook going out as well into Casanova. I don't think they have a blink. That's going to be the bunker. No, they do have a blink. Bunker down. Unfortunately, they're not able to get into it in time, and that's going to be Fury and Swabs Magoo just left right here. Swabs is going to be trying to make their way out. Jet Propulsion gets body blocked right there. Collusion dives forward. They find the kill. Hook goes out into Fury. The Indomitable just in time, and Talking Trees picks this up, and that's going to be 5 more shots into the core of Looking for Work. They want to convert down this bottom bell tower once again. Oh, they might be going for Barrage. With such a long death timers on so many of the players, they're actually going to be going for the bell tower conversion into mid. Fury's the only one up for the next 18 seconds. That escalated quickly, I agree. But this is going to be all 3 bell towers converted over in their favor. Fury may be trying to find the real Samuro. And just a really quick note, because this is something I like to highlight here. These little 1, 2, 3, these actually signify who owns what bell tower. So all 6 are there, and we're going to be having these consistent shots going into the core across the map. They're going to be picking up these sappers, and they're just trying to put everything on the map that will end the game in their favor. Realistically, they need to convert a bell tower in... So these shots go out consistently. Yeah, I don't think there's anything they can do because it's already being shot right there, and there is going to be the last shot coming in. The game's going over to the Lost Boys. We're going to be going to game 3. Lost Boys up 2. GG. Well played. Really quickly, I just wanted to thank Braggerton and Kriv. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime subscription as well as the resubscription of your Tier 1, Kriv. Thank you so much.
I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribed. I will follow you to the end of the world. Subscribed.
Bahamu1 Asmopog Bahamu1 FG Bahamu1 FG.
I love it when it just reads the emotes out. That's so good. I should just make one of the emotes just have a stupid long name to it and just always have that. And then whenever I resubscribe in people's channels, I'll just use that one emote in there. Oh, just absolutely toxic. But if someone was wondering if this is a live feed of Bandit, yeah, here, let me show you.
What?
He's so tired. We went for a walk right before stream, and so I think he's a little pooped out from that. He's so cute. He's such a good boy. All right, let's update this team score. We're going to find out what our map number 3 is going to be in just a second. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. Let me update this. All right, we're all set to go into our game number 3. CGI dog, not real. How do I prove? How do I prove? What do I have to do, Iris? What? How? Thanks for all hanging out. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. If you haven't followed already, please go ahead and do so. I do a lot of casting on this channel, typically Monday through Thursday. This weekend's going to kind of throw that schedule off a little bit. I'm going to take tomorrow off. I think tomorrow I'm just going to relax. I'm going to play some games. I think I might actually end up going over to my buddy's house once again and playing Doom with them. It's a really, it's this thing that I've started doing every, Monday. It's usually after work, but since I have Monday off, I might go earlier just to enjoy it a little bit longer. Have it say, I'm a real dog on camera. Easy fix. Can confirm dog is Ral. Oh, crap. Yeah, our spooky worm. Spooky worm. And they are just churning these games. Yo, Real Cookie Man, what's up? Thanks for coming by. We got a game. Let's jump in. Welcome back to the Heroes Lounge S Division Playoffs, day number 2. We are in our first best of 5 of 3 today, and then our final matchup, the game number 4 of our day, our grand finals, will be a best of 7. Thank you all so much for joining me. I am Bahamut, your host, your captain, your best friend, and the second goodest boy on stream. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the map bans that did take place already, and some of the maps that were won already. We had the home team of Looking for Work win the coin flip, which means they're going to have the first pick priority. They banned out Sky Temple. Alterac Pass was banned out by the Lost Boys. Dragonshire was the first map chosen by them and won. First pick priority was given over to Looking for Work for Game 2. Towers of Doom was chosen by the Lost Boys and won by them again. Same situation. Looking for Work wanted first pick in our game number 3. So the Lost Boys said, let's go to Shrines. And that's where we find ourselves right now. We are moving on through our bans. Diablo and Abath are being banned out. Now this is still, I was going to say, this is still a pretty decent Dahaka map, but I don't know if we actually see that Dahaka here. I was actually going to say, I wonder if we get a priority under that Tassadar, because Tassadar, even in Europe, has actually high priority on this map. I think he's undervalued in North America outside of the high division play. And so this is just a really, Riv, what if you're part of the conspiracy? Wait, true? Zuni. Froj, I'm gonna go with Froj. Or just Fro. Thanks for coming by. How you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Alrighty, welcome to the stream where I do a great job of mispronouncing every viewer's name. No joke, when I first started casting, almost about 2 years ago, one of the first teams I casted in a league that's no longer around was Regen, and Kriv was on that team, and I, no joke, for an entire game called him Shriv. And to this day, we all joke about it still. How I did that, couldn't tell you. But Fro is cool. Okay, thank you. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for coming by. All right, Sylvanas on the left-hand side. She's got a lot of good push power on a map like this. Infernal Shrines is very siege heavy, so we could be maybe seeing a Greymane come out for them as well. Joanna Cassia on the right-hand side, or Joanna Cassia, Jaina on the right-hand side. So they've got really good Shrine clear with that one, with the Jaina, as well as wave clear in the rotations, and Joanna is just great for the grouping. Excuse me, Looking for Work. They're going main tank Uther. I hate calling stuff like this based on the names you're seeing, but I've seen this team on this map. I've seen this draft so far unfold, and that's main tank Uther. I do like the Kerrigan as well. Finally, you and Kaldor will save this game. What league? Chair League. I have a mug from them, too. The last event they ever put on was some Christmas thing, and they sent me a mug. And that was like the last event, anything I ever casted for Chair League. They did pretty good, but I guess there's a lot of background drama and stuff. I don't even know. Don't really care about the drama too much. I'm not, like, I like to live in my caster bubble. I avoid as much drama as possible, and I really don't try and read it or take part in it because it's just, we don't need that. Drama's stupid. Lil Dota Soda, thanks for coming by as well. Sailor Dovey, how you doing? Oh, beautiful people. Everyone's beautiful people. All right, Blaze for the solo lane. Alexstrasza very, very strong for the point control. Last two picks coming out. Do they double support to give that Uther a little extra healing? Something like maybe a Rhaegar wouldn't be horrible. They could look at a Stukov if they really wanted to, but they also need a solo lane. Like a Leoric wouldn't be bad into the Blaze. Yrel for some control, and Anduin will be picked up as well. I actually really like this draft. It's a little on the wonky side, but it's still very, very interesting. There's a lot of good CC and control. There's a lot of blow-up potential from the members of Looking for Work. They have a Johanna, which is really strong. Jaina, Jaina's the main target coming out from Looking for Work. Once they take out Jaina, there's no damage. They need to pick up a little more damage for the friendly team as well for these rotations. Thrall wouldn't be horrible. Genji's an option. Hanzo's there as well if they want to pick up more range. Rainer's also a great... Like, there's so many good heroes to go into, but it's actually going to be Lunara. Sorry, I had to double check that we're not casting OSD all of a sudden. And I'm just like, wait, is Enigmatic on Hosey's account right now? Is that what's happening, Enigmatic? Because I haven't seen you in chat just yet. You two are the last hope for us, for HOTS fans. I mean, I wouldn't say that we're the last hope. Like, if you do enjoy the content that I make here, there's actually a lot of good content out there. There's different leagues. Like, as I said, like, I cast on this channel probably typically Monday through Thursday, and I'll cast 2 best of 3s. I'm here for the Kerrigan pick. Heck yeah, Miss Windup Bird. How you doing? Thanks for coming by. I hope your vacation was really, really fun. It looked like a blast. I'm a little jealous. But like, I do a lot of casting for other leagues too, so like, if you enjoy this content, I've been casting for like 2 years straight. Oh, Treebeard! Thank you for bringing everybody over here! Welcome everyone from Treebeard's stream. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much for the host as we're about to get into this. Game number 3 between the members of Lost Boys and Looking for Work. Thank you so much once again for the host, my friend. I hope you're having a great day. I hope your stream was amazing. Let's get in this. I'm here for Lunara. Well, let's find out about that one. On the left-hand side, we got Looking for Work. Down in our best of 5 series, we've got Swabsmagu on the Yrel. Dark Khmer is going to be on the Anduin. Droplets is going to be on that Sylvanas. Casanova going to be on the Kerrigan. And Fury rounds up the draft on that Uther. On the right-hand side, we got the Lost Boys up 2 in our best of 5 series. They're going to try and clutch this in a 3-0 fashion and give Looking for Work their first loss of the season in the not the grand finals, in our playoff. We have Zergling on that Blaze. We're going to be having Cattle on the Johanna. Hosey will be on that Lunara. Collusion going to be on the Alexstrasza, and Talking Trees will be on the Jaina. Let's go ahead and get on into this. I was playing some TFT to warm up for Div S. Kappa. The dog finally moved up to 24 hours. I believe he's real. Thanks for thank you, favorite clipbender. So far, our mid lane engagement is just going to be a little bit of a back and forth. No one going to be picked off just yet. And that's just going to be Fury and friends rotating through. I want to set up the vision control really quickly and make sure that we have that all ready to go so we can get an idea of what these teams are going to be seeing in the rotations. Because this is actually, for a rotation-heavy based map, and also to be having the I can tell this is Sentinel Wisp right there by how much vision they have. Because it's that 200% after 5 seconds of sitting still. So right there, you can see this is the initial. Oh, let's see. The initial is that range right there. I'm just waiting for Hosey to stop moving the Wisp. Okay, this is the initial vision. Stop it, Hosey. Let me highlight this really cool fact. And then we're now seeing it completely right now. There you go. So you can actually see all the way through the entire Shrine. It's just such a impactful tool on a rotation heavy based map. I really like. I don't know if the Lunara was picked up for just that fact, but they're using it as a movable ward. Like, I love how they're utilizing this Wisp, because it's providing them complete vision, so they're not going to get ganked by this blow up potential, because that's what we actually saw Looking for Work run, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they played Infernal Shrines and they played roughly this comp. I want to say they had the Ana with them, instead of the Anduin, but this is pretty much the composition they had, and the Kerrigan and Uther dive and blow up potential was actually really, really devastating, and they could just pick apart the enemy team. So having that Wisp to be that sentinel, to make sure that there's a ward and there's a way to make and to see the enemy team is such a strong tool for them, and I like the way they're playing this. It's actually something I highlighted a lot yesterday because Enigmatic on OSD was playing a lot of Lunara. If anyone doesn't know, Enigmatic is a very, very strong Lunara, and they got to play it a lot. Please make Kerrigan great again. This is definitely the map where I see her quite a bit, and there we go, let's click on your route. This is going to be Cattle taking a little bit of damage. They're going to be able to back out. That's going to be, oh my god, Talking Trees coming in here and dropping some snow on a couple of these players. Kerrigan diving in, Cattle getting picked off. First blood of the game going over to the members of Looking for Work. And they're saying this, yeah, we got this game number 3. We're going to start that reverse sweep, and you're going into the loser's bracket. Or I guess not the loser's bracket, the 3rd, 4th place matchup, because that's what we're currently just deciding. Whoever wins this, like, if the Lost Boys win this game right here, they'll be moving on into the grand finals later on today as our last match. Stop. I don't know what Zergling... I want to watch this. I want to see what Fury's doing that's just annoying to Zergling. I wonder if it's just like the raw stun into the lane or something like that. Either way. Oh, Enigmatic, how you doing? I'm just watching some Lunara play. Is Lunara's laugh during her ult better than Whitemaine's? Oh man, no, I think Lunara's laugh is better than Whitemaine's. Does he want to pause? No, usually they put PP or they do it themselves. I think most of the teams, what they do is, because pause break is the hotkey, and a lot of these players know that, so they'll slap pause break and then tell the admin what the issue is, and then they'll go from there. Because it's better than doing PP and then waiting for the admin to do it. Because sometimes, like most admins, like when I have to admin my own games, and I'm the referee, I tell teams, I'm like, I'm not pausing your games. I'll do the unpause with the 3, 2, 1 countdown and everything, but I don't want to script your team fights. Like if I see someone drop but they're not actually out of the game, and I just see the drop, then I don't want to pause and then screw up the team fight and the momentum. And because there's like, if you pause in the middle of while people, it's happened to me, like an enemy team accidentally paused, and I was starting to type and then I got killed. It happens. Because they paused and unpaused and I was starting to ask and I was still laning and typing. Either way, we got our first shrine and we're actually seeing Droplets having a decent amount of pressure put onto them by Hosty right there. They're trying to step up onto them and they're just consistently putting the Sylvanas lower and lower in health, forcing Fury to use that healing onto them. And this is also Anduin putting out some as well. Swaps and Goo gonna jump forward, but this will be first Punisher of the game. Mortar Punisher going over in favor for the members of Looking for, excuse me, the Lost Boys. I don't know why he wanted to do that. Tatsuki, how you doing? Thanks for coming by, friend. I've decided this morning when I was walking Bandit, I'm ordering Taco Bell after this. That's just Taco Bell is my reward after day 2 of S Division. I'm going to order as just bags of tacos. Dark Amir is going to be going down right there. Anduin's going to be the first blood in this engagement, and this is just going to be 1-to-1 in kills, 8-to-8 in levels. And actually, let's look through some of the other numbers as that will be the first Punisher going down right there. Talking Tree's going to be rotating through and going to get heckled and pushed around a little bit. Casanova that sidestep to the combo from Casanova was just really, really well played right there. And look at all the damage coming through. That was Fury stepping forward, or excuse me, Cattle stepping forward onto Casanova, trying to get some decent damage out onto them. Trying to get that kill, but they don't find it. And now we go back into our lane rotation. Swabs Magoo going to be going into Zergling, and then into Zergling, and then we just go back into our mid to bottom rotations. Really quickly, the Jane is currently sitting at 16 stacks on her Fingers of Frost. I'm just trying to click through some of the heroes here. We actually have that level 4 Ravage for the Kerrigan. That's actually going to be completed as well. She's already got those 75 stacks, really burning on through those. But let's go ahead and see this little engagement in bottom lane. Sylvanas is trying to put out some of that pressure as well. Hosty very low in health, and we don't see that Sentinel Wisp being thrown around as much as we did in the early game. It might be a little bit more focused in the engagements that are happening around them, and this is also going to be 10 talent tier in favor for Looking for Work. A little bit of a momentum in their favor right now as they've got a bit of a lead over the enemy team. That later game kill yielded them quite a bit more in experience and pushed them just a touch further forward, but we are going to be having those 10s on both sides. Pretty much the standards across the board. Do we get Thornwood? Oh, Uther holding and Lunara holding. Do we get Divine Storm or Divine Shield? Do we get Thornwood Vines or do we get... Okay, so... And Thornwood Vines did get some changes recently in the patch, or in the most recent patch, the movement speed change patch. Thornwood Vines did get some changes where I do believe... I have to read through it again, honestly. I don't remember. Actually, Enigmatics in chat, he might be able to tell exactly what the changes were. I'm just going to rely on my chat right now. We do-ish. You have to go through Shinobi. You have to go through Shinobi when you need to get to shot. Thornwood Vines coming out here. They're going to put in some pressure as well. Nice use of the Righteous Hammer from the Arel to push them back and not allow that aggression to come forward. But Swabs and Guas found themselves in a rough spot. They try and use the Ardent Defender, that is going to be Ardent Defender right there. That's going to be the Light Bomb as well from Anduin. But they're trying to use the Avenging Wrath. There we go. Just try and get over that wall. But that Condemn coming out from Cattle right there just pulls them right back from getting over that wall. Just really cool, and they're forced out that Ardent Defender, so it's a 120-second cooldown. They won't have that for the next engagement over this Shrine in the bottom lane. 20 seconds on that. We're going to be seeing both these teams going for their bruiser camps on the right-hand, left-hand side. Thornwood damage increased like 25 points, and that's about it. Okay. It still sucks. Wow. To be honest, Enigmatic, I took Thornwood Vines when I first played Lunara because I would use Leaping Strike and put myself in a bad position. And then as I got better with her, better is a relative term, I was able to kind of get those Leaping Strikes a little bit better. But I'll still do Leaping Strikes and like leap into a bad position. Like how people get those Leaping Strikes in perfectly positioned afterwards is beyond me. Like that's just a level of skill I'll never be able to hit. But Cattle taking a lot of damage, has to cycle out. That's going to be the Dragon Form from Collusion as well. Droplets is going to get the Light Bomb and the Divine Shield at the same time. There's a little miscommunication right there, and they're all just going to be making their way up. That's going to be Swabs and Goo with a lot of damage on them. Thornwood Vines are constantly coming out, just trying to put that consistent damage on them, mark them with that Lunara poison as well. These are going to be a lot of the Skeletal Defenders going out in favor. Kerrigan with the Maelstrom trying to pop into here. Cattle taking most of that damage. Zergling going to be here as well. The bunker's not up for another few seconds, or 40-some seconds, as they're just going to be they're going to be living within this Cleansing Flame, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough to keep the Blaze alive. Granted, they do still pick up the Punisher. Fury is going to get pulled in, and that's going to be the Avenging Wrath over at that wall right there. So they lose one, but they still pick up the Punisher. Second Punisher of the game, making its way into bottom lane. Making its way downtown. Stomping fast, faces smashed, and I'm core bound. I did it, everybody. My hot CD will drop next year. We are going to be having this bottom lane fork going to be going down, and Fury is going to be the target of the Punisher right now. Huge burst coming out, and that'll be Uther going down as well. It's continuing to have this Punisher pushing in through the bottom lane. They've got 33% and rolling. It's falling, but they're still getting a lot of damage here, and this is going to be, I would say, probably the front gate going down. If I was at least playing here, I'd probably be disengaging after that. They do have 13 talents here over the enemy team, but it's for a split second. Looks like they're going to be making this disengaging bottom. Let's actually check over into Blaze right now, who's going to be clearing out this top lane. Shaman camps, when left alone, get so much value. Miron, thank you so much for the subscription. For the tier 2 subscription. I apologize. Holy crap. Thank you for the support. I think we need to make a tier 2 subscription animation or something. Easy clap throws panties at monitor. What? To heck with Lunara, I don't want to have an answer. Wait, Lunara? I thought OSD was playing. Yeah, yeah, Hunter. It took me a second on that one. No. Because I said the same thing. I was like, wait, Lunara? Did we all of a sudden transition into OSD versus CTD? No, that's actually going to be our next matchup here. That's going to be following this best of 5 series, but Swabs and Goo is going to be found over here. Let's actually cycle through some of the other numbers. We've looked at talents long enough to get an idea of what those look like. Also, Jaina, not too far off from that Frostbite, going to be able to have that Ice Block very, very soon. Trying to take a fight in mid lane. They're going to group a couple members together. That's going to be the Droplets getting into the back line. That's also going to be Kerrigan being focused a little bit, trying to get onto Hosty right there. Combo goes out. Nice lockdown, but Collusion has the healing. Bunker comes out as well. We currently have Hosty trying to make their way out, but they end up getting the lockdown onto the Lunara. They all jump into the bunker. That's going to be the Light Bomb coming out as well. They don't really get much value with that as Blaze had the self-cleanse on the new habits right there, and they don't get a... Oh, wait, Droplets gets bursted, and they at least trade that out. So it's going to be Lunara for the Sylvanas. Can they push this in further? It seems like they want to on the side of the Lost Boys. Not Light Bomb. Kerrigan with the Maelstrom, but that's going to be Cleansing Flame onto Talking Trees. If Casanova kept going in, they might have gotten that kill onto Talking Trees, but it's going to be them trying to poke out from a distance. They want to play this slower and safer as Zergling needs to make their way out. Healing Circle is going to be on the ground. Cattle just stepping forward. Going to just a little globe hungry right there. Pops the Iron Skin, the friendly team. They looking for a way into this. Jet Propulsion forward. Swabs Magoo going to dive out once again. They're going to get a combo, but that's going to be the new habits popped again from that Blaze. Going to be, excuse me, the Pyromania going to be having that self-cleanse, and this is going to be Hosty. That fight was long enough for Hosty to get back and is now down here. They pop that Sentinel in the bush. They're going to be getting that vision for the friendly team, so they know that Fury's down there, and they know this as well. They can see that little red over their head, so they know that there's going to be something providing vision. Oh, they did make a few other changes. Choking Pollen 7 buffed by 15% and Abolished Magic CD lowered by 30 seconds. Lowered 230 after 35, only changes that mattered. I agree. Like, I really like seeing that Abolished Magic being changed. I thought that was such a good, it's so strong. Oh, Enigmatic, stop. Alright, we got 16s for both these sides. We're going to pull away Talents in just a second because we got another fight breaking out. D-Shield and the Light Bomb goes out. That's going to be Wailing Arrow as well. Follow up. Zergling is going to be targeted. Everything is going to be used onto them, but Bunker comes out just in time. Healing Circle went out from Alexstrasza. That Abundance is keeping them alive very well for now. Cattle now cycling in as the main tank. Going to be taking most of that damage. Zergling needs to get healed up a little bit. Talking Trees opens up the objective right there. Sentinel Wisp going to be sent out. Gets caught out. They're going to go ahead and use this Water Elemental kind of to scout out for them. Going to get a little bit of healing as they're prepping for this engagement. Look at Swabs for the flank. That's going to be Alexstrasza in Dragon Queen form. Leap of Faith going to be pulling them back in. Fury in a bit of a rough spot. They need to focus in onto them if they want to pick them off on the side of the Lost Boys. Swabs Magoo doing a great job of pushing some of the enemy members around with that Righteous Hammer, denying any sort of pick possibilities as Collusion stepping forward as this Dragon Queen. 23 and rising on Skeletal Defenders, and it looks like the members of the Lost Boys have had a dominant play in this over this third shrine of the game. The other thing to note too is look at the bottom lane. We've got consistent catapult pressure, not consistent, periodic catapult pressure building that lane. A couple catapults down there will potentially take out that keep, so they're kind of on a time bomb here in a sense that they need to deal with that soon. That bottom wave is stacked up so much. Like, look at this right now, already coming in. They'll have to respond to that at some point. We'll take a look We'll take a look at all the stats and numbers after we do this Punisher push right here, and we'll take a look at what the 16s are again. But Fury trying to live in all of this, gonna be slow. Just all of the healing going out onto themselves. Light Bomb's gonna be there as well. Gets the stun onto a couple, but unfortunately they get picked off, and there's no 20 just yet, so no redemption to bring them back to life. They'll get some ghost heals to the friendly team, and they will be going down, and they'll be out for the next 35 seconds. No heals or anything from Uther right there. Nice use of the Sentinel Wisp over in this bush as well to make sure that there's no wraparound flank coming out from the enemy team. Frozen Punisher jumps over the wall. 44% starting to fall on this as well. Root comes out from that Chastise. Bottom lane was cleared up by the Kerrigan, so at least they have that answer. Frozen Punisher going to lock down this keep for a couple seconds, so they have some free push onto this. That's going to be Sylvanas trying to put out some pressure as well, locking down the enemy wave, but unfortunately, they get the mid lane keep, and they're going to cycle down, I think, into their bottom lane. No. I was thinking they would cycle down to their bottom lane, but that's not the case. They're actually going to be going just for the camp pressure right here on the left-hand side, and so they don't know this, but they're going to be seeing both these camps pop in actually, all three of these camps pop in just a second. Really good rotation coming out from the members of the Lost Boys. It's a little risky, but at the same time, it's just a lot of map pressure that you're all of a sudden throwing on the board. Sentinel Wisp does show that Fury's in this tight corridor all by themselves. They're going to try and take the re-engagement. Leap of Faith to pull them right out of there. Kerrigan with the combo doesn't land. Swabs Magoo coming in for the flank. That's going to be Sylvanas going down very early in this. That's going to be the Jaina traded out. Kerrigan with this Maelstrom and that Divine Shield was so very strong, but they get picked off. Alexstrasza getting some good healing in, but Swabs Magoo is going to get one more spear thrown into their back, and they go down. With 3 members out and just the Jaina down, I think they're going to try and end off this. At least it looks like they've got 6 Impalers in mid, a Catapult, and a decent wave here. They're trying to end this, and they want to knock. Looking for work out of the potential for the Grand Finals. Can they do it? Seems like this is going to be the time for them to go for it, because they've got the slight advantage on the map right here with the 3 members down the opposing side. Alexstrasza popping into the Dragon Queen form, focusing onto Fury a little bit here, trying to make sure that they get these healers. It's basically 2 healers defending their core, as this is going to be the Impaler camp slowly approaching 60-some% and starting to fall on this core, and I think we're about to get to the point where this is just going to be the end of our first series of the day. Looks like the members of the Lost Boys have knocked. Looking for work into the 3rd, 4th place match. They go into the Grand Finals. GG. Well played. That was such a good game number 3. Sorry, I'm doing something really quickly. Once again, thank you so much for the resubscription for tier 2 sub for 9 months. Myron, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support.
To the end of the world. Subscribed.
All right, let me jump into the interview room, and we're going to be getting... It looks like Hosty is going to be joining us here in just a second. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to get Hosty. And we'll have a short interview. We got some time before our next matchup here, so let's see what happens. Looking for work, very disappointed. Oof, Phoenix. Good luck, Enigmatic. Rooting for CTD close to death, though, because y'all took my money. Alrighty, looks like I just gotta change the audio really quickly so we don't blow out people's ears. Alrighty, at this time we are joined by Hosty. Congratulations on your 3-0 victory. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, especially after the disastrous set yesterday.
Oof.
Sorry for you have to witness that.
We all got to. But no, realistically, that was such a fun set. So let's actually back up. So Dragonshire, first map chosen by, I mean, all the maps were chosen by all of you. Were these maps of comfort? Was it just like you had a plan in place? What was the reason for just the choices you took?
We kind of, before the match started, we were talking about which maps we wanted. And we couldn't really agree, so we did rock, paper, scissors. And those were pretty much the maps we chose just based on who won the rock, paper, scissors.
Oh my god. So we could have got, we could have got an Alterac pass game, or was that just like, no, we're banning that out regardless?
Anything, yeah. No, it could have been anything.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Well, that's good to know. So then, going into these games, looking for work, they hadn't dropped, they haven't lost a series the entire season. So there's a little bit of that kind of pressure right there. What was it that you did to just kind of dominate? Because it was a very, very strong game 1, game 2. They started to bring it back in game 3, but you still kind of held it over as that game did progress. Can you talk a little bit about how you kind of prepped for all of this?
We actually did watch a little bit of the set together before our match. Okay. And we looked over their draft, and we kind of discussed like who's been playing the game and who hasn't, so who we should focus on. That's pretty much all we did. It wasn't too complicated. It was just we're all try-harding this time, you know.
I mean, it's fair. I mean, it's
pizza monies.
It's 30% of the North America prize pool is first place, so I think you might want to be doing your best right there. But I want to talk about really quickly the Tracer Tassadar combo, because I actually got to cast a little bit of some high level play from Europe, and they really prioritize the Tassadar, especially on Infernal Shrines. Is that something that your team has found, or is it just like, you know what, we like the tried and true synergy between Tracer and Tassadar, and we just wanted to roll that?
It was more like specifically against this team because we don't really play it too much.
Okay.
But we just wanted to deny it from them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
I mean, I gotta say, Hosty,
we don't really play it too much.
Your Tracer play was terrifying. Those pulse bombs in all those games were just always on point. Like, it's really great play. I have to compliment that. I mean, both sides, like both teams killed it, but it was just really cool Tracer play. I never get to see that much high tier play like that.
Ooh, appreciate that. Yeah, yesterday it was a little bit rusty, but haven't played the game in a bit, so today felt a little more comfortable.
There you go. And then so final question before we kind of get over to some shout outs. We're going to be going into the Close to Death versus OSD game. Who would you like to go up against in the grand finals, and who do you think is going to be taking this next matchup?
Sorry, who's playing in the finals?
So the next matchup is going to be Close to Death versus OSD. And then so since you're going to be moving into the grand finals, who do you want to go up against after this matchup? Like, who do you want to win the next series?
Honestly, whoever's the better team. I just I really miss playing competitive games, like whether we win or lose.
Okay.
I just want to play a good competitive game, you know, because that's for me. Like I love Hero of the Storm. Like it's I played competitive for a long time, and you know the Division S season. It was just a lot of teams, like including us, you know, just fooling around and stuff. But now that it's playoffs, it's really bringing back that that competitive passion I have. So whatever the better team is, I want them to win. So hopefully they don't get cheesed out.
Nice.
And
I agree. Like I want our best of 7 to go to game 7. That's me at least.
Oof, I don't know about games that like game 5, game 6 maybe, but game 7's grueling, dude.
Oh, I know.
Playing game 7's not fun.
Oh, I can bet. I mean,
fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun to watch.
Fun.
It's like Towers of Doom. It's really, really annoying to play, but amazing to watch. But no,
Yeah,
it was such a fun first set. Before I let you go, any shoutouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
Just shout outs to all the people that have been watching Heroes of the Storm, despite, you know, everything that happened, and continue to support it. And shout outs to you for casting. You've done amazing work. And yeah, just shout outs to everyone that's still enjoying Heroes of the Storm.
Thank you so much. And you have a great one, and I'll catch you later in the grand finals.
Take care, man.
Take care. Alrighty, everybody. So we're currently, like, we actually have everybody in the lobby. Let me just ask the admin, are we starting early since we're all here? Because that means, like, either I take, like, a 5-minute break and I just go get a little tea and I stretch my legs. So I just want to make sure, because the teams are already saying they're ready. The only thing that I'd like to do is just get a little more hot water. Once we're all set, we're starting. Okay. I'm gonna run and get more hot water.